One of the photography tricks that I've done from the very beginning is the use of back button focus. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use it, how to set it up, and why it's pretty awesome. Welcome back everybody to Photos with Yanni. In this quick video, we'll demystify what is back button focus. Some people swear by it, other people hate it. Personally, I love it. Before we get any further, if you wouldn't mind liking our channel, leaving a comment, this way the almighty YouTube algorithm will even acknowledge our existence. And I'm pretty sure the algorithm is sentient by now. And I really meant to say algorithm there. So what's the big deal with back button focus? Well, to begin with, it combines all focusing modes in one. I know, we'll get to it in a second. When you usually press the shutter button, two things are happening. The first thing is that you start metering. The other thing is that you're starting your focus procedure. That's by half pressing the shutter button before you take a picture, when you kind of sort of press it. With back button focus, only pressing the shutter button starts the metering effect. It doesn't do any focusing whatsoever. You're effectively moving the focusing button to a different aspect, to a different button of your camera, usually the AF on button. You can usually do that with your thumb, so it's only second nature. It's only a matter of time before it becomes second nature. So the thumb for back button focus and your index finger will only be taking pictures. It would appear that it makes things a little bit more complicated, but it's actually simplifying things. When the AF on button is pressed in back button focus and it's kept pressed, you will continue to focus the shot while you select if and when to capture the picture. And this is the point that you might say, yeah, that's all nice and dandy, but what the heck do I need it for? Well, allow me to explain the awesome benefits. One of the best things about BFF is combining all the focusing modes in one simple button. So you can set up manual mode, single, and continuous AF with the button, and you can select to use it when you want to use it, any of those modes. Let's say that you have a subject that's not moving too much. You can press the button once, lock focus, and fire, take the picture. You can also easily recompose as you want by creating focus. Then you can move your camera around and you've already focused. If something is not moving, you just fire the picture, you compose it how you wanted to do it. Now, let's say the subject is moving. So every time you recompose the shot, you will need to check for focus. By keeping the button pressed, the back button focus pressed, you're switching to continuous AF and it's continuously tracking the subject. So you get the benefits, as you see, of all focusing modes as one, which is incredibly useful for wildlife, among other things. Car, sports, motorcycles, even portraits that you can actually lock focus and then recompose however you want to recompose the shot without changing your focus point. Pretty handy. It's fun, isn't it? Especially if you don't have to fiddle and change focus like one shot, servo, AI, what am I shooting right now? You can essentially combine all the stuff that you want to use in back button focus in one single button, and depending on how you use it. Do you want to do manual focus? No problem. Just go ahead and turn the ring on your lens and do not press the back button focus. You lost focus for a second, adjust it manually. No big deal. One single focus mode, press down until you've achieved focus and let it go. Fire away. It's really that simple. I don't know why a lot of people are not using it, to be honest with you. One of the very first things that I do when I get up my cameras is set up back button focus. We're going to talk about how you're going to set it up too. Continuous focus mode? No problem. Keep pressing the button. See, one of the great things about back button focus is that focus does not need to be prioritized anymore, and which is causing you to lose pictures. A lot of times a camera will not snap unless you've actually set focus. You're actually bypassing that step completely with that back button focus, and it allows you for faster firing of pictures. That split second is the difference between an incredible bird picture and a really blurry one, or a picture that a bird is pooping. Capturing action is so much easier with BFF. So how do you set it up? Well, this is very easy. We're going to talk about setting it up on Canon, Nikon, and Sony. I shoot Canon, so for me, actually, that's the natural way to do it. The principle is the same for all of them. So on Canon, press your Q button, which is your quick menu. You will see this menu popping up. First of all, set the function of the shutter button only to start metering, not to focusing. Next, choose the AF on. We're going to assign it to the AF on button and change the purpose of the button to both metering and start focusing. I think many Canon cameras have that by default actually. Lastly, set your camera to AI servo mode. That was it for Nikon and Sony. We're just going to go ahead and put instructions. No, this way. Sorry. See, back button focus is something that everybody needs to try to see if it fits with their style of shooting. All these images that you've seen that have been popping up on this video, I've achieved them with back button focus. I shoot back button focus religiously. You might not like it, and that's fine, or you may take some time to get used to it. That's okay. Practice makes perfect. I think the very first time that I set it up, it was alien and I hated it, but it took me a day to get used to it. And ever since then, I haven't looked away. I mean, like I said before, it's the very first thing that I set up every time I get a new camera. The good thing about the R6, which I'm actually working on a video, is that not only I have back button focus in one button, I have IAF on another button, and then I have a third button in the front, which allows me to play essentially with 3 and 4 different focus modes without even moving the camera from my eye. I mean, after all, that's the beauty of photography, isn't it? It's streamlining the camera, so it's the most useful tool for you to get your pictures. So your camera is not something that gets in the way. It's a tool that actually helps you get the best picture you can possibly get. I'm a firm believer in that. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Is that for you? You hate it? Is it something you tried and you don't like it? Leave a comment below. Well, this is all I had for you guys today. As always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, smile because it's contagious, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.